In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use certain context clues to guess a meaning of a word. Whenever you read texts in English, you will come across words which you do not know. Even native speakers will not know all the words when they're reading. In this case, you probably will look up the unfamiliar words in a dictionary. But if you do this for each word, it will take you a great deal of time. Therefore, you need to develop strategies for dealing with the unknown words. In this video, you will learn how to deal with the unknown words, identify unfamiliar words by using contexts, using prefix, suffix, and words root, and recognize the different types of context clues. So, how to deal with the unknown words? There are two questions to ask yourself whenever you meet an unfamiliar word. The first question is, do I need the meaning of the word? Now, if the answer is no, so in this case, you are going to keep reading and ignore the word. Now, the second question that you need to ask yourself is an approximate meaning enough? So if the answer is no, so in this case, you're probably going to look the word up in a dictionary. But if the answer is yes, so you can guess the meaning of the word. In order to do so, you need to learn how to identify unfamiliar words by using context. When you guess the meaning of a word from context, you need to consider the immediate context. But first, what is a context? The context is a sentence in which the word appears. So in this case, you look for words which come before and after the unfamiliar word. You need to pay attention to linking words or the signal words, and I'm going to present them to you later in this video. Let's consider the following example. If you don't curtail your spending, you'll lose your money very soon. Let's say that we do not know the meaning of curtail. So in this case, we're going to look for the immediate context of the word, and it will tell us the following. It is probably a verb because it comes after don't. And it's probably negative because it relates to lose your money very soon. A good guess for the word at this point would be cut or stop. So if we replace the word curtail into cut or stop, it will do the job and we probably will understand the main idea. Now let's have a look at the following example. We have rather lofty expectations for you, son. You will attend college, you will become rich and famous, you will be elected President of the United States before you turn 40. Let's imagine that we do not understand the meaning of lofty. Examining the immediate context of the word lofty will tell us that it's clearly an adjective because it comes before a noun expectations. We have lofty expectations. But it's difficult to determine the meaning using only the sentence it appears in. In this case, in order to guess the meaning, we need to use the wider context. But first, what is a wider context? The wider context means the sentences which come before and after the sentence which contains the word you're guessing. Now, let's have a look at the sentences again. We have rather lofty expectations for you, son. You will attend college, you will become rich and famous, you will be elected President of the United States before you turn 40. Now, using these sentences, you can tell the following. It is probably positive because we have attend college, we have become rich and famous, and elected President of the United States. So, if we replace the word lofty with positive or good, then we can have an understanding of the main idea. Another strategy that you can learn is using prefix, suffix in words root. Again, let's consider the following example. Mary, of course you're overweight. You eat too much junk food. Even worse, you exercise infrequently. Imagine that the word you want to guess in this sentence is infrequently. This word can be broken down into three components: the prefix in and the word root frequent and the suffix, which is the ly. So the prefix in, it tells us that it's the opposite of something, and the word root frequent means often. And the suffix ly tells us that it's an adverb. Now, breaking down the word, we can get the following information. First, it's probably an adverb because it ends in ly, which is a common suffix for adverbs. Secondly, it is a negative. It has a negative connotation because it begins with a negative prefix, the n. And its meaning is probably opposite to the root of the word frequent. So let's check out the example again. Mary, of course you're overweight. You eat too much junk food. Even worse, you exercise infrequently. Therefore, a good guess for the word would be often or on a regular basis. This strategy definitely will help you to understand the main idea and keep reading. There are different types of context clues you need to learn to recognize. These clues are synonyms, examples and definitions, antonyms and contrast. So let's begin with synonyms. A synonym is a word or phrase that means the same or is very similar to another word. For example, the homework was more complicated or difficult than she thought at first. So we have the word complicated and the word difficult, and both are synonyms or have similar meanings because we have the signal word or the clue or, which shows that we have here a synonym. Now the next clue is examples or definitions. Examples can inform the reader about unknown words. They can illustrate the meaning of the word that they refer to. Let's have a look at the following example. Networks allow users to share high-tech gadgets such as iPads, tablets, etc. So iPads and tablets are examples of high-tech gadgets. How do we know? The word or the signal words such as indicates that we have here an example. Now let's move to the last clue, which is antonyms and contrasts. Antonyms are words that mean the opposite of other words. For example, the fire kept me warm and dry even though I was soaked. So warm and dry are completely the opposite of the word soaked. How do we know? Because we have here a signal word, even though, which shows that we have here opposite or contrast. There are certain signal words that can help you identify context clues. I hope that context clues will make your reading and understanding much easier than before. Thank you for watching.